like when I first went to jail, it was like I was like 360 type of like when I obviously I was young, but I was like extremely violent. Like any reason to get violent or any reason to, and this is like even like sober, like any reason to just hurt somebody, like, oh, I'm with that. I'm with that 100%. Like, come on. But then when I first went to, but I was always like people always say like, oh, you're ahead of your time. I was always kind of smart, or you know what I'm saying. I was always kind of like not like I was just quick to do like violent stuff. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But like I could still have a conversation with you. I was like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, he's hella cool, but like, man, he just be fucking up all the time. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those dudes. And uh once I uh once I went to juvenile hall, and at first I'm like, man, whatever, they gonna give me like 2 years. They don't give a fuck. I'll be right back out on the streets terrorizing everybody. You feel me? And they try to give me life. You feel me? They was trying to give me life. They was trying to give me like something crazy. You feel me?
Wow.
And then that's when I really start like looking at like, damn, because you ain't have nothing. Like I was single cells and stuff by myself, and I just be sitting there thinking like, damn, man, like they finna give me life. Like I'll never come home. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm just like damn, like is this really like what life is about? Like damn, like this shit's stupid. And then you start meeting people and you start seeing people, and they might be from your enemies' hoods, and they going through the same shit you going through. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then like even if we fight, we end up being cool right after. You feel me?
That's the
Then
irony of it.
you start talking, and we don't even really know why we fighting. It's just because you from over there and I'm from over here, and we going through the same shit. We in here going through the same shit. We in here both miserable. You know what I'm saying? We in here just, and I just was like, man, I gotta make some changes. You feel me? Because if I want to come home and stay home and enjoy my freedom, and like I gotta make some changes, because even if they let me go home and I still got this mind frame, like how I'm thinking, like man, I'm gonna come right back. You feel me? They not
Yeah.
playing with me right now. They already got something against me because my name was ringing in the city. Like all the DA, this is my first time in jail. All the DAs, everybody already knows me. I already been under investigation. You
Wow.
feel me? So they already know exactly who I am when I came up in there. Like, well, we finally got your little dumb ass. So, and I did my crime right in front of the police car. I'm on camera. You feel me? Shooting. You feel me? So I'm like, oh shit. Like if I go to trial, I'm gonna lose. There's no
Yeah.
way that I'm gonna win. You feel me? And so like I I kind of had like a little influence over kids in juvenile hall. Like when I first went to juvenile hall, I had hella tattoos, all these tattoos and shit. I had all this shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the kids all thought I was hella cool. You feel me? And then I was doing music then, so like some people knew about my music, and the staff always asked me like, "Man, like who are you?" Like every time we go work in other buildings, like all the kids are always asking about you, man. Like what's up with you? Why is everybody always asking about you? Like who are you, bro? And I'm like honestly, I don't know. Like I mean, I got a couple songs out that are kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like everybody in Sacramento be kind of listening to. Like maybe it's that, you feel me? And then they're like, man, well, I don't know, whatever it is, everywhere we go, like all these kids are always asking about you, man.
Huh.
And so I was talking to one of the staff members, and I made a group. I made up a like a program, you feel me?
Yeah.
To where when the kids and all the other, they gave my own building, and it started off just me and a couple other, like me and two other little inmates, you feel me, in juvenile hall. And whenever all the kids all in through the whole juvenile hall, whenever they would mess up and they would get in trouble, they would send them to me, you feel me, in my building.
Yeah.
And like I would have to wake up 2 in the morning if a kid, like, because they're little kids, some of them are 11 years old, they're flooding their toilets, they're
Wow.
rubbing feces everywhere. They're little kids. I wake up like 2 in the morning, be like, hey, Roquemore, hey, we got somebody. You feel me? They're coming. So when they come, I put them in the cell, and then I'll be up at like 2 in the morning, and I'd just be like talking to the kids. You feel me? And I
Yeah.
would be like preaching to them, like trying to get them to like trying to figure out why they're doing what they're doing, and trying to lead them down the right path. And I'd just be talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, and then they would have to be clean in my building for 21 days before they can leave
Huh.
and go. So like, if they're in my building and they're acting up, then they have to stay with me longer. And even though like some of them they hella like me and it's cool, it's not cool in my building because uh they don't get all the shit that they would normally get. You feel me?
Right.
They can't get extra stuff. They don't really get too much like TV time. You know what I'm saying? So even though like some of the kids like, oh man, like I want to stay with you, you feel me? Because you're like hella help me, but they don't really want to. They still trying to get out because they don't get all the extra stuff. You feel me?
Right.
So I would like graduate kids and they still have the program that I'm talking about. They still have it till this day.
That's awesome,
They
man.
still have it's like a little mentor program. They still have that program till this day. I called up there. They all remember me and they're like we're still using that same program till this day.
That's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's sometimes through our bullshit and especially, clearly the stuff we choose and cause, we can end up leaving a good mark with our stories, and
Mm-hmm.
and turning it around, man. I'm still amazed though that you ended up for 11 years though. That's baffling to me.
11 years. Like the staff, everybody was like some of them dudes was like, there's this big was two big old white dudes named Coburn and Mr. Hines. And like man, like them dudes was like ready to cry, bro. Them dudes was sick, bro. Them dudes was sick. Cause they seen they're with me day and day. So they know my character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They seen the changes I was making and they seen the changes I was doing for other people. So that's one thing about the courts. They don't care. Like even when I went to prison, like I continued that. You feel me? No
Yeah.
matter who you is, if I talk to you, like I can't really find it in me to tell you like to do anything negative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't find it in me. I can't find it in me to be like, yeah, go beat his ass or yeah, go do this. Yeah, I can't find it in me. Even if I feel like, man, you should beat that dude's ass. I can't I can't find it in me to really like push negativity. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's just not in me. You feel me? Like even if I mess up and I do something negative, I can't tell you to do nothing negative. I didn't did something or I didn't did all this or I might go do something. Like I can't find it in me to push it to you. So I was doing that in jail and I was clean for 8 years. Uh COs, everybody was they had a new law saying that if you're clean for 5 years, that you're eligible for resentencing. I was
Sure.
clean for 8, had all type of COs filing it for me. Like man, like where they're helping me, and the courts were still like, no, he's lucky he didn't get life. No, 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 they're denying everything. So like when it comes to the courts, it's like it don't matter if you 100% rehabilitated, you're doing good. They don't care. They're not. No,
Yeah.
you got to do all your time. There's nothing you can do to get your time knocked off. The things that they have the things that they provide to get time knocked off, whether I'm doing bad or good, I get that. The little percentages and the little days off. Whether you're doing bad or good, you get those days off.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like a lot of people. That's why a lot of people don't do good because in jail it's like, man, why would I do good? Even if I do bad, I'm still gonna get the same time knocked off as you. You've been in here. People look at me like, man, you've been in here acting like a little square. You've been doing good and doing all that, and look at you. You getting out after me. You feel
Right.
me?
Right.
Because it don't matter. You feel me? That don't matter. And I just didn't care. You feel me? I'm just like, oh well, they don't got to give me nothing. They don't got to give me no time off. I'm still gonna be doing the right thing. You feel me? And I didn't really get blessed in prison and getting on time knocked off. But when I came home, I got blessed. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I got married, I got wife, you know what I'm saying? She's super dope, you feel me? And I'm locked in with a lot of great people, and we're working on doing more. We're making changes, but we're working on doing like some big stuff right now, you feel me? So like I'm way more blessed now than I feel like maybe if I would have came home early, and I might not have had those same opportunities. You feel me?
This is the Knockin' Doorz Down podcast, featuring celebrities, experts, and everyday people who have overcome adversities, including addiction, mental health, and trauma, to live purposeful lives. And that's what Knockin' Doorz Down is all about.